Los Angeles, a city filled with dreams, fame, secrets, but hidden in the center of downtown stands a hotel with a terrifying reputation, a place connected to serial killers, suicides, and unexplained deaths. And in 2013, it became the center of one of the internet's most disturbing mysteries. Her name was Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old student, intelligent, friendly, curious. Then suddenly, she vanished. Days later, hotel guests began complaining. The water tasted strange, the pressure was low, and then hotel workers made a horrifying discovery. Elisa Lam's body was found inside the hotel's rooftop water tank. But the real mystery was the elevator footage. Elisa Lam was born in Vancouver, Canada. She was the daughter of immigrant parents who owned a restaurant business. Friends described her as intelligent, creative, and deeply emotional. She loved books, fashion, photography, and writing online. Elisa frequently shared her thoughts on Tumblr. Her posts revealed someone struggling with mental health, but also someone searching for meaning. She openly discussed anxiety, depression, and feelings of isolation. But despite her struggles, Elisa wanted adventure. In early 2013, she began a solo trip across the United States. San Diego, Los Angeles, Santa Cruz. She wanted freedom, a break from routine. On January 26, 2013, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. She had no idea. This building already carried decades of darkness behind its walls. The Cecil Hotel opened in 1927, originally designed as a luxury destination, but over time, the area around the hotel collapsed into crime, drugs, violence, and poverty. The hotel developed a horrifying reputation. Multiple suicides, murders, drug overdoses, even serial killers once stayed there. Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker, reportedly lived at the Cecil during his killing spree. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, also stayed there. By 2013, the Cecil had become infamous. Cheap rooms, dangerous surroundings, unstable guests. Yet Elisa Lam checked in alone. At first, everything appeared normal. She called her parents every single day, until suddenly, the calls stopped. On January 31st, Elisa Lam disappeared. Her parents became worried after they stopped hearing from her. Los Angeles police launched a search. Officers searched the Cecil Hotel. Dogs searched hallways. Rooms were checked. Staff were questioned, but there was no sign of Elisa. Then police released surveillance footage from one of the hotel elevators, and everything changed. The footage was strange, almost impossible to explain. Elisa enters the elevator. She presses multiple buttons. She hides in the corner, peeks outside, steps in and out repeatedly, makes unusual hand movements, appears to speak to someone or something outside the elevator, but no one is visible. Even stranger, the elevator doors refused to close. The internet exploded. Millions watched the footage. Some believed Elisa was being chased. Others believed she was hiding from someone. Paranormal theories spread rapidly. Demons, ghosts, government experiments. The elevator video became one of the most analyzed mystery clips in internet history. 19 days later, hotel guests began complaining. The water tasted strange. It smelled bad. Some said the water came out dark. A maintenance worker was sent to inspect the rooftop water tanks. What he found shocked everyone. Elisa Lam's body was floating inside one of the tanks. News spread instantly across the world, but the questions only became more disturbing. How did Elisa get onto the roof? The doors were reportedly locked. Some exits triggered alarms. The water tanks were large and difficult to access. And perhaps the biggest question of all, how did she end up inside the tank alone? The internet became obsessed with the Elisa Lam case. Thousands of theories appeared online. Some believed Elisa had been murdered. Others believed hotel staff were involved. Paranormal investigators claimed the Cecil Hotel was haunted. One theory suggested Elisa was attempting to escape an invisible attacker. Another claimed she was communicating with spirits. Some users even linked the case to a tuberculosis test named Lam Elisa, used nearby at the time. Coincidence? Or something darker? Theories spiraled out of control. The online detectives analyzed every frame of the elevator footage. Was the footage edited? Why was the timestamp unusual? Why did the elevator door stay open so long? Then came another disturbing detail. A heavy metal musician named Morbid had once stayed at the Cecil Hotel. Internet users falsely accused him of involvement. His life was destroyed by online harassment, despite zero evidence connecting him to Elisa. The case became more than a mystery. It became an internet phenomenon, and reality slowly began mixing with fear, speculation, and fiction. Eventually, the Los Angeles County coroner released its official conclusion. Elisa Lam's death was ruled an accidental drowning. Investigators stated there was no evidence of physical assault. Toxicology reports showed no illegal drugs or alcohol. Elisa had a history of bipolar disorder. According to reports, she may not have been taking her medication correctly during the trip. Experts believe she may have experienced a severe mental health episode. Her unusual elevator behavior, paranoia, and confusion may have been symptoms of psychosis. Investigators concluded Elisa likely reached the rooftop herself. The elevator doors may have stayed open because she continuously pressed the hold button without realizing it. But even today, many people remain unconvinced because some questions still feel unanswered. Is Elisa Lam the victim of mental illness? A tragic accident? Or is there something about the Cecil Hotel we still don't understand? More than a decade later, the elevator footage continues haunting millions around the world, and Elisa Lam's final moments remain one of the internet's most chilling mysteries. This documentary was created with deep respect for Elisa Lam and her family. Our intention is not to exploit tragedy, but to remember a young life that touched millions around the world. We extend our sincere condolences to Elisa's family and loved ones. May her story be treated with dignity, compassion, and humanity.